guys, today we will be learning how to call API using Retrofit, and in the next part we'll learn how we can display images using the URL of images that we get using the APIs. Alright, so let's get started. Now this is the full tutorial, so for now let's just create a new project. Let's just call it Retrofit API calls and just finish it. Now first thing we need to do is add some dependencies, so I'll just copy some dependencies from here, like those two for Retrofit and this one for I think this two will be enough for now, and where is the RecyclerView, and one for the RecyclerView. Now we'll just paste it in our brand new app. Okay, so first let's paste the RecyclerView, and then let's place the dependencies for Retrofit. Now this is the actual dependency for Retrofit, and this is the GSON converter that will be used to convert the responses that we get in JSON to our data models directly. Now let's create a layout first, view in which we will be populating the data from the API response. So I'll just call it MainActivity. Okay, my bad. Now this is in values, we just need it in layout. So right click, new resource file, MainActivity. Now this is not a value, so this is a layout. So select layout from the resource type. Now wait for the build to be finished. Oh, I think I have not synced the project after copying these, so we need to sync it so that our dependencies can be downloaded. Okay, so it is downloaded now, and I will go back to my main activity and create a RecyclerView so that we can get the content and then display it in a list view. Let's just call it RV main. Alright, now let me just take you through the app again so that you can see what we were doing. Now this is the app, so we need an image and a text view as a row in a RecyclerView. Alright, so let me also show you the data type that we will be getting. So now I'm using this JSON placeholder type code. This is very good thing for, just what they say. And what is it? Fake online REST API for testing and prototyping. So let's just click on photos so that we can get images and everything. So this is the title, and this is the URL of the image, and this is the API that we will be calling. Alright, so we'll copy it. Now in our RecyclerView, as we had seen, there is an image and a text view. So let's create a row layout. I'll just call it layout row, and orientation should be horizontal, gravity should be center vertical, and let's just add an image view, wrap content, and let's just give it an ID of image. Similarly, we can create a text view. Let's just call it title. Alright, pretty simple. Now we have our layout ready already. So now let's just get ready and get started with our Java code. So first of all, let's create a new MainActivity class. Now in this MainActivity, it should extend app compat activity. Now click Ctrl O to override the onCreate method, type onCreate, and you should see the onCreate method. Just press enter and here we will set the content view to our layout, that is MainActivity. Pretty simple, right? And we will also create a reference for RecyclerView. And what was the ID of our RecyclerView? I don't know. I think it was just RV main. Oh yeah, it was RV main. That's just my pattern. Alright, now to display the contents in the RecyclerView, we will create an adapter. Let's just call it RecyclerView adapter, and it should extend the adapter class of RecyclerView. Where is this? Let's just write RecyclerView dot adapter. Now it needs a view holder, so let's create a public class recycler holder, and it should extend from view.viewHolder. Alright, now we just need to override some methods. To override, just click on Control Alt Enter, and then create constructor matching super. Now we just pass this recycler holder here, and click on Control Enter to override methods, and this implement methods. Alright, now what do we need to do is when the onBind view is called, we just need to fill it with the text that we have received from the API. Alright, for that, now we will create a new interface file. So first let's just create this client instance so that we can get instance to retrofit class. So let's create a new Java class, called it Retrofit instance. Now in here, as you can see, we have a private static reference to retrofit, so that now this is a demo, but in real app you cannot create new instances of retrofit whenever you want. So if this is static, you can use the same instance throughout your app. So I'll just copy it. Let's just copy everything. So now we have an instance of retrofit. We have our base URL. Base URL is the URL that we are going to be using in our API, and then this method. See, this return type is static retrofit, and we will be returning this value. So now if this is null, we just initialize it with the base URL and add a converter factory of GSON converter. Now we are using this converter because the response is in, as you can see, JSON format, and we will automatically convert this to our data model. Alright, now let's create our interface. So now these interface actually consists the endpoints. I'll tell you what endpoints are just a minute. Retrofit interface. Now as you can see, in this interface we just have the last photos part of the main URL. See, now there can be photos, albums, users, a lot of endpoints. So all of those are defined in this interface. Alright, so let's change it to interface, and I'll just copy it. Now as you can see, I'm getting an error because I don't have this photo model at the moment. Now see, this is a complete API now, and this is the method that we'll be using, get method. If it was post, we could use post. Now similarly, if you had another things, you could just, instead of photos, it could be IDs and stuff, and here it could be I don't know, users and stuff, and here it would be the appropriate model to which our JSON converter would automatically convert the response to. As you can see, now we'll see how we can do that. So just remove these for now. Also, now this is just get method. If it was post, we would have to use post, and then we would have to pass some parameters, but we'll cover that in some other tutorial. So now let's create the photo model. Now this photo model will actually contain this thing: album ID, title URL, and thumbnail URL. So let's just call this class photo model. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm creating this in our complete tutorial. So now this is our project. Let's call it photo model and just create it. And now, as you can see, the response, it's album ID, title, and URL. Now we might choose to omit some of these. Let's just use title and URL for now. So I will have to type at serialized name, and here we type the things that we need: title. As you can see from here, where is our model? See, now I have used all these in the full completed project, but let's for now just call it string title, and we have another thing called serialized name, and we will call it URL. Now the part inside this thing should match the key in the response. It doesn't matter what you put here. I'll just like TV title to make the point, and here we'll say full URL. Now this is it. Now you have to create getters and setters. So to create that, do that, just press Alt and insert. Remember Alt insert, and just do getter and setter, and select both by using Control and click enter. So now there we have it. Alright, where am I going? I'll just cut all these. Okay. Now we have our everything ready. We just need to bind it together. So let's go to our main activity, and here we will make call to the API. So now first we need the instance, reference to our retrofit as they have done here. So first we will do retrofit instance equals to retrofit, sorry, it's retrofit, what was it? Sorry, this is retrofit, not instance, retrofit interface. I'll just call it retrofit interface 2, and here we go retrofit interface instance dot get retrofit instance dot what was it dot create, and here we pass our interface that was retrofit interface. Where is it? Retro, why it is not being shown in the suggestions, I don't know. Dot class. Now we just call our method that we had created, interface instance dot they're all photos. Now let me just minimize this. Now why am I getting an error in this? Oh, this error is because I've used retrofit instance here. It's not retrofit instance but retrofit interface instead. So now we are not saving it anywhere, so what are we getting in return is a list of JSON objects. So first of all, we will just write call because this is what is returned. Now inside this we have a list of JSON objects, so let's write list. Now list of what? Of this photo model, because our JSON objects are converted to photo models. So list of photo models, so we will write photo models, and let's just call it whatever, list call. Import this and write equals to, import this too, and let's call this list call. Now we need to enqueue this. See, now it takes a callback, so we write new callback list. Now here in response we have this object that contains a list of our required model. Now we just use it, simple. Now to use this, we can get it like using response.getBody. Where is getBody? We can response.body, sorry, not getBody, response.body. Now this response.body is what? Is the list of photo models. So we can just, like, let's say create a method, parse data, and pass this list in this method. Now we don't have this method, so just create, write alt enter to create this, and let's just create it let's create it inside MainActivity. Now we have our list of what is this photo models ready. Now we just need to initialize our adapter. Let's just give it a layout manager. How do you do that? Set why am I not getting it? Sorry, my bad. You do not set that to the RecyclerView. You set it to the not to the adapter but to the RecyclerView instead. So set layout manager is new linear layout manager, and it takes orientation, so you can just write horizontal, sorry, you write linear layout manager dot horizontal. Sorry, it's vertical, but what is it? It is what is it taking? Sorry, my bad, it takes the context. So the context is just MainActivity dot this. Alright, now in RecyclerView adapter, have we created a class that takes data? I don't think we have. So here we will just create a list of photo models too, and the item count is models dot size, and let's just create a constructor for this. Alt insert, create constructor. There we go. Now go to your MainActivity and pass this body as the constructor, and remain dot set do we have a set adapter here, and this is our adapter, set adapter to recycler adapter, and there we have it. This is done. I don't think we have missed anything. Just to, oh no, we have to set title. So first, when this on create view holder is called, what we do is we inflate the view from context. Now we can use this, but alright, from inflate, and then we inflate our dot layout. What was our row's name? It was layout row, comma, let's write null and false. No, not null, it should be view group. Alright, now we will return our view holder, and that is recycler holder with view inside it. Alright. What is the problem? Oh man, this is fine. How can I make such a stupid mistake? Where is the new? So that was a very stupid mistake. Now in onBind view holder, we just set recycler holder dot title dot item view dot, what is the, okay, again I'm making a very stupid mistake. Let's just delete this for once, and here we will create a text view that is find view by id, r.id dot the text view that we had created. What was its name? Its name was title itself, and its name was title. And in onBind view holder, we just do recycler holder dot text view dot set text equals to our models, and then we get a specific instance and TV title. This is it, nothing complex. Now let's try to run this. Okay, now we don't have a default activity. I'm making so many small mistakes. I think it's just because I'm in a rush. And this is the main activity. Let's make it launcher activity. Category is launcher, and action is main. This is it. Also we need permission, internet usage permission, so just write internet, and now we should have no errors. Let's try and run this, and hopefully it will work. Now while this is building, let me just tell you that this was a quick intro into Retrofit. Now in the later one, we will also see how we can get this image from the image URL, and also we will check out how we can upload image and use post methods in some other tutorial. For that, till that, this will be it. Now I'm just waiting for the build to finish. So now here we have it. Now this is looking like a passage instead of the RecyclerView itself, but this is a RecyclerView. See, you scroll it, now this is coming this big, because a tip for you guys, if you are ever stuck with this issue, this is just a very simple issue. It's just because your layout row height is match parent. If you can convert it to wrap to, now I've changed this to wrap content. If I try to build this again, you will see that the row is not that tall.
you can see, now it's all together, no big match parent gaps. Alright, the next tutorial we will see how we can convert this to this. Alright, till then, see ya. If you have any problems or anything, just write them in the comment section below. Happy coding.